What's up, guys? Morning, Dana. All right. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to do big higher time frame thing this morning. We'll just look at what's going on in price. Obviously, we can see that we are reacting to the extremity, and yeah, it looks like order flow has in fact shifted, which is totally fine. I have a very hard time believing that this demand is going to hold any relevance. However, I mean, we do have built up liquidity nonetheless, but I would say that really like shorts are reasonable from basically anywhere within this region. Again, we might just wick above that structure point. I think that without a doubt I would be looking for sells in this region. I would just look for order flow to essentially try to realign for us, and I think that's kind of just happened if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so let's go like this. So you get that initial chalk, come back. We don't really have a level of liquidity to take, but that's where the confirmations come in. So you would probably look, here's your wick. Now there's half decent entry in here. Did anybody get to take this? Chalked up, chalked down, level of liquidity to take, what caused the break, extreme. This is a pretty risk-free entry that you could have taken. Now, we could obviously come back up. Let's look at that scenario as to like what that would sort of look like here. Keep this out at the 15 though. Yeah, so like, yeah, this is where, yeah, things get a little bit interesting in here. Like I said, we're sort of reacting, just kind of recapping here, reacting to the extremity. This doesn't break anything relevant. It's not reacting to anything that relevant to the left. Yeah, we kind of got rid of this buy to sell here, but like, I don't think anything's going to happen here, to be honest with you. It just doesn't really, it doesn't clear anything that's really relevant to like kind of take longs. Structure holds the market here. We could I mean, there was criteria to probably get in, like I said, where I'm at and where Dana's in this morning. We could easily, sweep back above this and just grab the equals and then just blast down. So I'm looking at this very, very simple. I mean, structure is holding the market right here, and that's exactly where we're reacting from. We could get a structural sweep. Yeah, I have a hard time thinking that we're going to go any higher, but again, we do. So if we do start migrating, upwards, don't be looking for sells in here. Don't be looking for sells in here. We got to wait for the 15-minute to realign, right? So in order for that to happen, it's going to take some time. So can we do it here? Can we do it here? Can we do it here? Of course, like they're all levels that could prove to essentially hold for us, but the bottom line is we need to see further confirmations. So I think that if you're in a sell from these regions here, we have loads and loads and loads of liquidity that's resting underneath these lows, and I would say pretty confidently that the market is going to want to grab that. A lot of people are looking for sells this deep in the leg. Once we clear out the sells, we come into the extremities. There's a couple levels of potential inducement, if I saw that correctly on the 1 minute. Yeah, so you get that initial, little chalk right here. We're not reacting to anything. Chalk back up. We get another little chalk in here, depending on how you viewed it. Swept that. Once we broke out of it, we came down into the extreme, failed to take the high, and then a huge V-shaped recovery. So yeah, for me, this this looks as though it should come through with some form of aggression, probably get held up in and around here. And then whether or not we hold is going to be a whole different story. We could very easily wick this again and then just crash down. So that's what I'm looking at this morning. So this entire setup, if you were to take an avenue on the flow chart, would have been a M15 pro trend move, right? We're trading with the swing structure, right? So we're trading aligned with 15-minute. The only thing is I would classify this as a counter order flow just based off the fact that obviously we're reacting to an extremity. Order flow has in fact switched basically when we broke through this level, kind of like the substructure level. And yeah, we would need to see some form of a either a 15-minute chalk and flip if we just tapped into a 15-minute POI, but I believe we're reacting to a refined extremity, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, in here. So a 1-minute chalk and flip is more than sufficient for us to validate a trade idea. And ultimately, once we sort of tap into here, this was like sort of like the first region where you could have got down onto the 5-second. We have loads of liquidity on the mitigations. We have a failed high from a mitigation point. So yeah, I think it's reasonable to have looked for some sells within that region. Again, we could take another stab at this high. I can see what's happening right now. But yeah, that's my thoughts this morning. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed the premium and discount explanation. If you guys have any further questions on that, I'm super happy to answer them. Just make sure that you throw them in the trading questions section within the members section of the actual Discord server. And yeah, if you have any feedback on just the other schematics, the distribution and accumulation schematics of the pro order flow and counter order flow drawings, let me know if there's anything I can do to help clarify those. I think I did a half decent job on explaining all that stuff, but yeah, again, let's just make sure that we're all on the same page. So have a good session, guys. Enjoy your day today. We'll regroup and basically go back over whatever happens in this region at about 12 p.m. Eastern time today. So yeah, like I said, have a great day, guys, and we'll see you in a few hours.